Hi, special friends! I was so excited to take a break from cleaning the house to read you guys a story. Today we're going to read Ready, Set, Throw. Briar Rose swept a pile of dust and crumbs on the floor. I think I'll go for a walk in the woods, she told her aunts. It's such a beautiful day. That sounds nice, dear, said Aunt Flora. Bring back some pecans and I'll make a pie, Aunt Fauna called. Don't be too long, dear, Aunt Merriweather added. After Briar Rose had found a basket for the nuts, she waved to her aunts and started towards the woods. Soon she reached a small stream. A snail-friendly family clung to a leafy twig that was floating in the water. The wind must have blown your little branch into the stream, Briar Rose said. Here, let me help you. She picked up the branch and set it on the grass. Hurry home, she told the snails. Then she giggled. Well, I know snails don't hurry, so maybe I should just say have a safe journey. As Briar Rose continued on, something furry raced by. It was 2 squirrels. They scampered across a log that had fallen over the stream and climbed up a tree, and then disappeared into the hollow. Soon they ran down the tree and hurried toward a pile of pecans. Briar Rose began to gather nuts when she noticed that the squirrels were collecting them too. When she saw them running back and forth from the nut pile to the trees, she realized they were storing food for the winter. Oh my, she told them. It's going to take you all day. I wonder if I can help. Briar Rose looked at the tree. It wasn't that far away. She picked up a nut and threw it at the hollow. Pop! It landed in front of the tree. She said. I bet I can do better. She took aim and threw again. This time the nut sailed right into the hole. Surprised and pleased, she tossed another nut. It went in too. Briar Rose clapped her hands excitingly. Then she counted out 5 more pecans. 2 missed, but 3 went in. This is fun, she exclaimed. And the more nuts that go in, the easier it'll be for the squirrels. Just then, Briar Rose's Aunt Flora walked over. You've been gone quite a while, dear. Sorry, Briar Rose replied. I was playing a game and lost track of time. What kind of game? Asked Flora. I'm trying to toss pecans into that hollow, Briar replied, pointing at the tree. It's fun, plus it helps the squirrels. She handed a nut to her aunt. Why don't you give it a try? Flora threw that pecan quickly and it flew past the tree. I'm not very good at this, she said with a sigh. Don't give up, Aunt Flora, Briar Rose said. Try again. Flora took a pecan, aimed, and then threw it more gently. It went in! Good for you, exclaimed Briar Rose. A few minutes later, Merriweather found them. Oh, there you are, she exclaimed. I was starting to worry. She paused. What are you doing? We're helping the squirrels, Briar Rose replied. Come and play, Flora added. Merriweather picked up a nut. Here goes, she said. She threw it slowly. Splash! The nut fell into the stream. Merriweather was determined, though. She kept throwing pecans. One hit a squirrel on the head. The animal giggled, but Merriweather frowned. I'll never get it, she said. Don't give up, Briar Rose said encouragingly. Flora handed Merriweather 5 more pecans. Merriweather picked one up, closed one eye, and took aim, and then she threw it as hard as she could. This time the nut sailed right into the tree hole. Hooray, Flora! And Briar Rose cried. Just then Flora strolled over. Goodness, she said, I couldn't imagine what was keeping everyone. We're playing a game, Merriweather explained. Join us. It's great fun, Flora added. That's okay, Fauna said as she sat down on a log. I'll just watch for a while. The others went back to their game. This time, Briar Rose got all 5 pecans into the hole. Flora got 4 in, and Merriweather got 3. You're both doing so much better, Briar Rose said, complimenting them. Flora and Merriweather clapped and cheered. Fauna couldn't stand it any longer. I think I'll play after all, she said. She grabbed a pecan and threw it as hard as she could. The nut zoomed over the stream. Birds flew out of the way as it bounced off a branch, thumped against the ground, then went right into the hole. The others cheered. "That was fun," Fauna exclaimed, jumping up and down. "I want to try again." "It's my turn," Flora objected, but Fauna didn't move. She got down on one knee, then she looked right, then left, and threw another pecan. Again the nut bounced, thumped, and landed in the hole. "Yes," Fauna cried, "my trick shot worked." "Trick shot? It was more like a lucky shot," Fauna grumbled. Fauna reached over and stole a pecan from Flora's pile. "Those are mine," complained Flora, "and you're in my way." "Oh, sorry," said Fauna. She stepped aside and bumped into Merryweather. "Now you spoiled my shot," Merryweather complained, as the pecan she'd been about to throw fell to the ground. "I didn't do it on purpose," Fauna protested. "Yes, you did," Merryweather insisted. Briar Rose watched her aunts in dismay. They had been having so much fun, and now suddenly everyone was angry. What should she do? "We were helping the squirrels and having a good time," Briar Rose reminded her aunts. "Remember?" Her aunts just scowled. "Everyone has different talents. Some of you are better at throwing than others. But you all tried your best, and that's what's important," Briar Rose said. "Briar Rose is right," Merryweather said. "I'm sorry, Fauna. I was jealous of you for that fancy shot." "I was too," admitted Flora. "I'm sorry." "Well, I shouldn't have bragged, and I shouldn't have gotten in your way," said Fauna. Everyone went to work picking up the rest of the pecans. Briar Rose and her aunts filled their baskets and put the rest of the pecans in the hole of the tree. Then they went back to the cottage. Merryweather had enough pecans to bake 2 pies. Once the pies were in the oven, Flora asked Fauna how she had made that first shot. "It's easy," Fauna said, jumping up. "I'll show you." She grabbed an egg and started to wind it up. "No!" everyone shouted at the same time, ducking for cover. "Let's save it for another game," Briar Rose said with a big smile. "It's important to remember to get outside and play with your siblings and your families, but make sure that if things are going bad and you start disagreeing, to forgive each other." Have a good week.